The story of Deborah and Barak. After Joshua had died, God appointed leaders called judges to guide the people of Israel and to conquer the land of Canaan, the promised land. But sometimes the people of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. They forgot the one true God and worshipped false gods like Baal and Asheroth. Whenever this happened, God would give them over to their enemies, and until they repented, their enemies would defeat them. One day, the people of Israel turned away from God and worshipped these false gods. And God allowed Jabin, the king of Canaan who reigned in Hazor, to defeat the people of Israel and oppress them for 20 years. After 20 years of chastisement, God appointed a prophetess, a woman named Deborah, to be the judge of Israel. When the time came, Deborah sent for a man named Barak. "Go, gather your warriors at Mount Tabor," she told him. "I will take some warriors and fight Sisera, the general of Jabin's army, and meet you at the river of Kishon." But Barak said to her, "You must come with me, or I will not go." Then Deborah prophesied, saying, "I will go with you, but you will not kill Sisera, for the Lord has said that Sisera will die by the hands of a woman." So Deborah arose and went with Barak, and Barak summoned his army. When Sisera, the general of the evil king Jabin, heard that Barak and Deborah had assembled their army at Mount Tabor, Sisera called out his chariots and all his soldiers and went to meet them to do battle. Deborah saw this and spoke to Barak, saying, "This day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands. Go, fight." So Barak went down Mount Tabor with his 10,000 men to fight Sisera and his army. The Lord was with Barak, and Barak and his army destroyed Sisera and all his chariots. But Sisera ran away on foot until he came to the tent of Jael, a woman who was from one of the surrounding tribes. When Jael saw Sisera running by, she came out to him and said, "Stay here, my lord, and have no fear." So Sisera slipped into her tent. He said, "I am thirsty, give me some drink." So Jael gave Sisera some milk. Then he said to her, "Stand at the door of the tent, and if anyone comes and asks you, 'Is anyone here?' say, 'No, nobody.'" Jael waited until Sisera was asleep. Then she took a tent peg and a hammer in her hand and went quietly to where Sisera was sleeping. She put the tent peg on his forehead and pounded it with her hammer through his head. Thus Sisera died, killed by the woman Jael. When Barak came, Jael went out to meet him and said, "Come, I will show you the man whom you are seeking." Barak went into her tent and saw Sisera dead. In this way, God destroyed the army of King Jabin for the Israelites. Not long after that, the people of Israel conquered King Jabin, and his cruel reign over them came to an end.